What's up guys, welcome back and a happy new year. A year that will prove to be quite the interesting one, as I have big plans for the channel, as we'll go over the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X games and accessories. In fact, there are already quite a few accessories on their way. And yes, we'll also be going over some big hitters over on Steam. But of course, there will also be quite some space left for Nintendo Switch content, and I do very much intend to show you some of the gems in my Famicom collection, which I've been growing over the last year. But today, we're going over the much discussed Space Invaders Forever Collection by Taito, released on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, because there are several Space Invaders collections at this time, and it's quite puzzling which to get because there is, well, let's say there is some overlap, right? So without further ado, let's have a look at the Space Invaders Forever Collection on Nintendo Switch. The original Space Invaders dates back from 1978 and was released as an arcade exclusive sold by Taito, who's also responsible for this latest collection in the long-running series. I trust by now that if you've ever touched a gaming device, you will have played some form of this archetypical shooter. Fun fact though, however influential Space Invaders has been throughout the years, it was in turn inspired by Breakout, something which has fortunately made its way to this collection. The Space Invaders Forever Collection contains 3 titles: Space Invaders Extreme, Space Invaders Gigamax 4 SE, and Arkanoid vs Space Invaders, the latter of which has seen a separate download release in the European continent for the Nintendo Switch due to some technical issue. Although all 3 games are a ton of fun, each do offer something different. Space Invaders Extreme is a reimagining of the classic game with crazily energetic music, over-the-top visuals, chain mechanisms, weapon upgrades, bonus rounds, boss battles, level unlocks and forking path level selection. Thinking I'd give it a quick go, ended up in hours of intense color matching, dodging and blasting my way through wave upon wave of invading space creatures. This game truly never gets old.
Warning!
Space Invaders Gigamax 4 SE is a much toned down title, with the added twist that you can team up with up to 3 friends to fight invading forces. Although it is a solid game in and of itself, the party really only gets started when you have friends to play alongside you. For one, because this game is tuned towards multiple human players, making it pretty tough getting through on your own. And second, the more, the merrier. Arkanoid vs Space Invaders is a whole different ballgame though. For starters, it cannot be played in dock mode. Second, it can only be played with the Switch held upright, hence this weird aspect ratio in this video you're looking at right now. And lastly, it is a crossover title of sorts. Remember I made mention of Breakout in the introduction? Well, here it is, in full glory, mixed with Space Invaders. Personally, I do love this title. It is extremely addictive and challenging to boot. There's a storyline running through the game which will have you move through the universe, battling in different environments, and the further you go, the more characters you unlock, each with their very own special abilities. Cash in on your achievements, use items, and take on the next challenger. Now, while all of this is great fun, the question remains if it is worth the $30 price tag. Taken as a standalone title, I am inclined to say it does indeed. However, there is a different Space Invaders collection out there as a Japan exclusive, the so-called Space Invaders Invincible Collection, featuring the same 3 games, plus 8 classic arcade releases, including the 1978 original. This Invincible Collection will cost you $60 double the price of the Forever Collection. However, at the time of recording, it is on sale for just under $30, which means more games for less money, including the very same ones. Now that's what I call a good deal. So guys, what do you think? The Space Invaders Forever Collection exclusive to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. 3 games in total, 2 of which are extremely addictive single-player games, and then they have thrown in there that 3rd game for some good multiplayer fun. It's a nice collection, although there's no extra polish, right? There's no artwork, interviews, behind the scenes, all that stuff. Nothing of that is here, but all the same, it's a very decent collection for a good price. Can I recommend picking up this title? No. Not really, not at the moment at least, because if you hop over to the Japanese eShop, at least at the time of recording, you'll find the Space Invaders Invincible Collection containing the same games and then some, right? Like all the arcade games are also in that collection. And it's currently, because it's on offer, priced at a lower price point than this Forever Collection. It's a weird thing. I'm not quite sure why Taito has chosen this kind of timing, but I've put a link in the description down below to the Japanese eShop title because, well, let's face it, pick that one up for the time being, right? And with that guys, I am signing off. Be sure to drop a comment in the section down below. Let me know what you think of these collections. Let me know which one you are thinking of picking up depending on your timing, whether the sale is still going on or not. Be sure to hit that like button if you have enjoyed this little review. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're on the way to the first 1000 subscribers, and I will see you next time.